Hi again, Leyla Acaroglu here. I'm going to run through an overview of what life cycle assessment is and how it's used in strategic sustainability decision making by designers and engineers. Life cycle assessment is a scientific process used to quantify and measure the environmental impacts of a material, product, system, or service. It's done across a variety of impact categories such as toxicity to human health, CO2 impacts, embodied energy, waste, land clearing, eutrophication, and embodied water, just to name a few. Essentially, everything that is created goes through several key life cycle stages: the extraction of raw materials, manufacturing, transportation and packaging, use, and end of life. Each of these life cycle stages has a variety of inputs, such as material, energy, and water, and outputs, such as waste, emissions, pollutants, and byproducts. Life cycle assessment breaks down all the parts and processes that go into a material or a product to then be able to assess in detail where environmental impacts occur across the entire life of a product. Everything that's created comes from nature at some point. So in life cycle assessment, we go all the way back to the establishment of a farm, an oil rig, a mine site. Shearing something off a sheep's back or cutting a tree down is considered part of the material extraction process. So in order to make wool, you have to grow a sheep, which means you have to clear land and grow the food. All of those things are considered in part of a life cycle assessment. Life cycle assessment is a robust scientific process. It's governed by the framework set out in ISO 14040, which details the way in which an LCA can be conducted, reported, and promoted. Full life cycle assessments are used to not only understand where impacts are occurring, but to also assess different products or processes to define environmentally preferable alternatives. LCAs can be time-consuming and therefore costly, yet are a powerful and critical part of the product development process. The more life cycle assessments conducted, the more general knowledge available to assist us in life cycle thinking and to further introduce strategic decision-making into product development. A recommended workflow for product designers and engineers is to integrate the use of a streamlined assessment tool into the design process to initially find out where environmental hotspots are occurring in product design and material choice. Once an environmentally preferable design outcome has been achieved, you can then start to look at developing more strategic decision-making, such as introducing lifecycle thinking and eco-design strategies. Many organizations are now using life cycle assessment as part of their strategic sustainability decision-making process.